The question says, so for m and n in this equation, so we have 9 root m equals 27 raised to power n squared, and we have 4 raised to power n equals the square root of 8 raised to power root m. So how do we do this? Solution. Okay, so for 9 raised to power root m, okay, equals 27 raised to power n squared, and we have this as 4 raised to power n equals the square root of a raised to power root m. So we have to determine the value of n and n. Okay, so let's start with this part of the equation. Okay, so we have 9 root m. So for 9 root m, so we can have this part as 3 raised to power 2, which is 9 root m. Okay, and for 27 raised to power n squared, so we can have this part as, when we put in index form, so we have 3 raised to power 3 n squared. Okay, and for 4n, 4 raised to power n, we can have this as 2 raised to power 2n. Okay, and for this, which is root 8, okay, square root of m, so we can have this as, for 8, we can have it as 2 raised to power 3. Okay, so we have root n. Okay, so for this is, we have this as 1 over 2. Okay, so here we have this as 2 raised to power. Okay, so when we multiply this, we have 3 root m over 2. Let us replace what we have here, 9 root m. So when we do this, we have it as 3 raised to power 2 root m, which is this, equals, and for 27 raised to power n squared, so we have it as 3 raised to power 3n squared. Okay, for 4 raised to power n, we have it as 2 raised to power 2n equals, and for root 8 raised to power root n, we have it as 2 raised to power 3 root m over 2. Okay, so at this point we have the same base from this equation, so we have this as 2 root m equals 3n squared. Okay, and for this we have this as 2n equals 3 root m over 2. Okay, so let's take this as equation 1. Okay, this as equation 2. Okay, so let's start with 2. Okay, and let's try to make root m. Okay, so let's try to bring out root m from equation 2. So what do we need to do? Okay, so we can cross multiply. So to get root m, so what do we do? So let us cross multiply. So we have 3 root m. Okay, we have 3 root m equals 2n times 2. So this as 3 root m equals 4n. So what do we do? Let's divide both sides by 3. So when we do that, we have root m equals 4 over 3n. Okay, so let us substitute this back to equation 1. So from equation 1, okay, from equation 1 we have this as 2 root m equals 3n squared. So for root m is 4 over 3n, so we have 2 times 4 over 3n equals 3n squared. Okay, so this will multiply this, so we have this as 2 times 4n to be 8n equals, so we multiply this, we have this as 9n squared. Okay, so we can have this as 8n minus 9n squared, okay, equals 0. So what is the common factor? So we can factor out with n, so we have n into 8 minus 9n equals 0. So for n to be 0, so we have 8 minus 9n equals 0. So we will equate this. Okay, so we have this as 8 equals 9n, and the value of n, we divide both sides by 9. Okay, so we do that, this is out. So we have n equals 8 over 9. So since we have determined the value of n to be 8 over 9, so we can easily come back and determine the value of m. Okay, so let's substitute this back to this. So since we have gotten the value of n to be 8 over n, okay, so let us substitute the value of n to be 8 over n back to this. Okay, so we can determine our m. Okay, so let's take it from here. Okay, so from here, so we have root m, okay, equals 4 over 3n. So n equals 8 over 9. Okay, so here we have, so for root m equals 4 over 3n. Okay, so to take care of these roots, we need to square both sides. So we square both sides. Okay, so this is out. So we have m equals, so for 4 square is 4 times 4, which is 16. 3 square is 3 times 3, which is 9. And we have this as n square. Okay, so we know the value of n is 8 over 9. So we have this as 16 over 9 times 8 over 9 square. Okay, as a result of this, okay, so the value of n is 8 over 9 from here. Okay, so how do we get the value of m? So n equals 16 over 9, okay, times the square of it is 8 times 8, that is 64. The square of 9 is 9 times 9, that is 81. Okay, so the next thing we do, we multiply 16 times 64, so that gives us 1024. And we multiply this, we have this as 9, so we have this as 729. So that means the value of m is 729. Okay, 729. Sorry, the value of m is 1024 divided 729. Okay, and the value of n, okay, is 8 over 9. So this is our answer. Thank you very much.